Psychosophy starts with a contradiction. Everyone thinks they're one of a kind until they meet someone who thinks, feels, or spirals exactly the same way. So we're left to wonder, are we unique or are we typical? And the answer is both. Your psyche has a pattern, so does mine. That's what typology studies. Underneath all this, we run on four basic functions: emotion, moods, feelings, inner tides, will, control, intention, the core I, logic, the mind's structure, how it orders things, physics, the body's instincts and energy. Everyone has them, but not in equal strength. Nature builds you unevenly, stacking these four in a strict hierarchy, top to bottom. One leads, one follows. One wobbles, one collapses. This setup creates 24 possible types. Tolstoy had will on top, then emotion, then physics, with logic last. He trusted his sense of self more than facts. He trusted feelings more than sight. And as for logic, even basic truths, like the existence of Japan, felt abstract. Meanwhile, Descartes was the inverse. Logic first, flesh last. I think, therefore I am. Their views weren't philosophical stances, but psychic blueprints. You see this even in children. One kid had physics first, so when his sister stole candy, he hit her. No discussion. Then he gave a command, give it back. Will. Then came the argument, it's mine. Logic. And finally, when all else failed, he cried. One hierarchy, four moves, in order. These functions also split into two halves. The top two are not necessarily strong, more so just trusted. The individual feels these two are their strongest tools in life, while the bottom two are distrusted, seen as weak and unreliable. Often there's infighting, especially the first with the third. Christ had will on top, physics on the bottom. Hence, the spirit gives life. The flesh is useless. But not everyone's built like Christ. Goethe wasn't. For him, will and physics were both strong. He couldn't pit spirit against flesh. They were partners. Instead, his bottom was logic. He distrusted it, favoring sensation. In Faust, he writes a man pulled between pleasure and meaning. That was Goethe mapped on the myth. This tug of war is everywhere. People prop up their weaknesses with their strengths. I'm not logical, but I feel deeply. I'm not emotional, but I act. Even nations do it. Russia, for instance, emotion and physics on top, logic and will below. You get passion, beauty, disarray. Berdyaev called it eternally womanly. Soft on the outside, restless underneath. One last layer. The first and fourth functions chase results. The second and third dwell in the process. Results act alone. Process seeks others. Descartes reasoned in silence, productive logic. Socrates questioned in public, processive logic. Same functions, different style. Same parts, different person.